Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to another Michigan Military Technical and Historical Society Museum vehicle restoration video. So we're working on the 151 again, and I just wanted to kind of show you what's going on here. So we're on the passenger side, and then this is where the passenger seat would be right here. Battery boxes. So we got the battery box out. We got most of the front floor out. And I was kind of working on this area right here, this little curve. And so here's the original piece that was in here, like that. You can see that was, see if the magnet will hold it. That was, what we had in that was underneath the original piece here, which you can see is pretty much gone. So that was there like that. It's a little bent from when I took it out, but you can kind of see this entire area was rotted out, and then the interior support was also rusted. So we cut those out. So now we went ahead and we fabricated a new piece that's going to get welded in there like that. Little magnets holding it for the moment. We'll obviously line it up a little better before we weld it. And then we made a new piece here. Same thing. Flat piece of 16 gauge steel. We cut it. We put it in the brake, and we put this bend on it. And then we used our shrinker over here, or actually I take that back, our stretcher, and we put this bend in it to match the body here. So you can see that we went ahead, we fabricated this, and then this will get welded in. Cutting wheel was fighting me up here, so I got a little zigzag. I wasn't happy with that, but shit like that happens. So here you can kind of see this, what we were working on tonight. We got this piece all fabbed. Tomorrow morning I got to head off to the welding supply, get another bottle of argon. I still haven't done that. It's on my to-do list for tomorrow. And then we'll come out here hopefully tomorrow afternoon and burn this guy in. And that's that. So it kind of gives you an idea of the process. First you have to take the rot, cut it out, clean it up, and then we took this piece. Again, I went to the got some got a bunch of steel over here on my bench. I had some 16 gauge. So, and for those of you that are curious, I'll walk over here real quick. You got the gauge tool. This particular one is from Eastwood. I also have one that came with our MIG welder. I like this one because it's really easy to read. So I tend to use this one more often. And you just kind of, so this is the 16 gauge. So you just kind of find a piece, see what fits, and then you know what gauge you're working with. After a while you get to kind of know, and you can kind of guess, but I still like to verify. So, well, this doesn't work because this is a double piece, but you can kind of see. We get down here to the 16, see how nicely it fits on there. So that tells us we're working with 16 gauge. I went to my pile of steel, got a piece of 16 gauge, cut it out, threw it in the brake, put this bend in it. This one was real simple to make. It's just a 90-degree bend. And you put it in there. And then this one here, again, not particularly hard to make. It's just a 90-degree bend. You measure it, you cut it, and we have a shrinker here, so that allowed us to put this curve in it, fit it to the contour of the body, and that'll get welded in. So just figured before I burned that all in, let you kind of see a little bit of the background of the process. So again, if you're in the Detroit metro area, stop by the museum, check us out. If you like and subscribe, And again, we're starting to really kind of get to the end of the allocated funding for this project, so I'll drop the link in the comments section for donations. We appreciate anything anybody sends. It allows us to buy some more stuff to keep this M151 project rolling. So until the next time, everybody, you all have a good night, and we will talk to you later. Bye.